Hello, my name is Brecken Kaneen, and I'm going to be sharing about my internship that I had at PnJ's in the winter semester of 2019. PnJ's was an in-home care facility for an elderly couple who needed 24/7 care in their home. I found and arranged my internship at PnJ's through my supervisor, who was a lady who was in my home ward and was looking for assistance in caring for her elderly parents. I knew my supervisor from growing up in the same area all of my life, and she was actually the mother of one of my childhood friends. In arranging my internship through her, I used communication and persistence to help me arrange my position in this internship. I needed to focus and to practice with my communication skills to be able to get a hold of her, as well as be able to know how and what I needed to say to her best to be able to explain how I would best help her and how it would best help me. With both of our busy schedules, persistence helped in this situation to be able to keep in contact with her and to be able to keep her updated with what I needed and what I could help her with. My responsibilities at PnJ's helped from personally caring for the elderly couple throughout the day and night, where I would help them get ready for the day, conversate and help them conversate and engage with them during the day, prepare meals for them, and keep their brains busy throughout the day. This also included playing games with them and talking about their childhood and just different stories that they shared with me. I also researched dementia and Alzheimer's to find out how to better care for couples in their elderly age, as well as this specific couple who had Alzheimer's and dementia. I cared for this couple to increase their safety as well as their well-being in the end of life. I personally benefited from this internship on the reflections that I learned from the couple's married life, as well as learning different general social interaction skills through this couple. I was able to reflect on their stage of marriage with what I have learned in my studies of marriage and families. I have also learned that general social interaction skills is very important with anyone, especially with those that may need a little bit extra time to talk or need a little bit extra help. Everybody needs that extra validation and communication throughout the day, and I really learned this as I was working with an elderly woman who needed that extra validation. It is easy to brush off people's opinions and what people need, but it is very important that we actually validate them and communicate with them as they feel as they are helping into society as well. I also learned from this internship how to plan and prepare for future marriages of my own, but also of others, and how I can help prepare them throughout their whole marriage, from their young beginning marriage up until their elderly marriage, as I was able to help this elderly couple. I was able to benefit the location by being able to bring my knowledge from my education from the Brigham Young University, Idaho, as well as other prior knowledge that I had on the topic. I was able to bring knowledge that I had to help the other girls that worked here and help them kind of see different points of views that I was coming from, and also how to assist the couple the best. I was also able to help to assist my supervisor in how she can plan for her marriage, and also how she can communicate with her elderly parents and create a better well-being for them in their elderly age. So like I said before, I loved being able to reflect on what I learned throughout the week here at my internship, as well as what I learned in my courses at BYU in Idaho. There were a lot of things that were similar, but then also a lot of things that I learned hands-on while working with people that created a better connection with what I had learned in different courses. And these courses ranged from my math class to my financial learning class, all the way to my classes that pertain to my major in family marriage studies. It was really great to be able to see that I was able to apply principles from all of these classes into this one internship that I had. So I was able to learn and apply the principles from younger life marriages that we learn in class through elderly marriages as they're in their end of life stage. I also learned how to care for people who are getting closer to their end of life. After talking to the elderly woman, we were able to exchange different thoughts, and I talked to her a lot about her marriage and her life, and she loved to tell me stories. And they were actually married in 1949, which as of this year, they have been married for 70 years, which is a very long time when you think about it, to be with someone and to grow with them. They have been together, have grown together, have lived together, and have loved each other for 70 years. It is very cute to see their relationship and see how cute they are with one another. Something that she told me when I asked her what her key tip was in having such a long and successful marriage, was she told me to show kindness and be fun, which I thought was so simple but yet so profound. When dealing and with working and with being with another person, kindness is very important because it shows that you care for one another, and it shows that you love one another. Kindness can be shown in so many different ways, but it is very important. And just to be fun, to have good times and create memories together, and to know that every day is another day. So I loved working at PnJ's and being able to be in this work environment. It allowed me to learn to be flexible and comfortable with change, as well as learn to focus on the elderly. This sweet elderly couple has grown together, and being able to see them refer back to the early days of dating and just cute little things that they say is so sweet to be able to look forward to, and to be able to help them and be able to help others get there one day. So to be able to work at this internship location, I entered in contact Carol Maines, who was my supervisor, and there is the email. So I just added this picture in from Up. It's the elderly couple from Up, and I love that movie. And I feel like, although sometimes you don't think, when you think of marriage, you think of young and engaged and young families and stuff like that. And thinking about marriage and what an elderly couple has in marriage was such a cool twist that I was able to experience at my internship at PnJ's. And I am so glad and so thankful for this opportunity that I had to be able to work with an elderly couple and to help them and to be able to see the impact that life has and that it can bring you to. And thank you for listening and my experiences that I had at PnJ's. Thank you.